Hey guys, welcome to the Manchester United News channel. Subscribe to the channel to not miss any news, leave your like, and share, you are very important for the growth of the channel. Let's go to the video.
Liverpool versus Manchester United, one of football's biggest rivalries, and I'm not talking about Flex and myself. Both have been very active in the transfer market, probably still with a little bit of work left to do with 8 days left in the window. But we are going to be discussing who is best set for the season ahead with the business they've done so far. So first of all, let's have a little look at the signings Liverpool have made over the transfer window. First of all, you can see here McAllister, World Cup winner. I'm going to be going big, waxing lyrical about these players already.
He hasn't won anything at Liverpool yet. Yeah?
He's been playing in as number 6 actually so far, which isn't the role that I don't think Jurgen Klopp intended to bring him in for, but looks so solid in that position. Unlike some of Liverpool's midfielders last season, always looks for the progressive pass, never looks backward, always looks to provide that attacking link-up play. Think he's going to be a really incredible signing for Liverpool. And moving on to another incredible signing, Szoboszlai. He was the man of the match performance for me against Bournemouth. I'm not sure if you watched it, Flex. I'm not sure if you can bear to put yourself through it.
I saw the dodgy penalty. I did see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Covered the most distance over that match as well. And especially, I thought, was particularly impressive when Liverpool went down to 10 men. He was the one that was setting the standards, making sure that he was running twice as hard. I think he's got that perfect balance of defensive work and attacking attributes as well. Going to be potentially the player of the season for Liverpool. I'm saying it early, but from the early signs, looking really good.
Can you spell his name, though?
And we couldn't do that earlier. Don't dig me out live on air. And finally, of course, the newest signing, Wataru Endo. It's been a bit of a difficult situation with Liverpool's number 6. They lost Fabinho unexpectedly. We didn't think that was going to happen, but Liverpool felt they were in a situation where they couldn't turn down the fee that they got for him. So we knew that they went for Caicedo. That didn't work out. Know that they went for Lavia, that didn't work out. And that actually has put a bit of unexpected pressure on Endo. But again, the early signs look like he feels ready to cope with it. A natural leader, a little bit older perhaps than Liverpool's normal midfield signings, particularly alongside the other two. But I think that provides a nice balance. Liverpool's midfield rebuild looks very well set with these 3 players, potentially a few more still needed to come into the door. But Flex, I'll hand over to you.
Never been that close to the Jurgen Klopp.
Never been this close to Jurgen Klopp.
Need to get the next graphic. That's brilliant.
Talk us through Manchester United.
Way more at ease now. That was a tough stand. I'm not going to lie. Andre Onana, absolutely transformative. I was a big David De Gea fan for a very long time, to the point where it took me a long while last season to realise a point where I think we needed to go in a different direction at goalkeeper. And Andre Onana, he's had him at Ajax. He's been absolutely fantastic for him. And you saw in the Champions League final for Inter Milan how Pep Guardiola spoke about him. Completely going to transform the way Manchester United build up from the back. And is actually a very good shot stopper and goalkeeper as well. He isn't just all, trying to play in midfield and trying to be that defensive midfielder that Manchester United might be lacking. He's actually a very good goalkeeper. Mason Mount, this is the one that probably raised the most eyebrows.
I liked it. I thought it was a clever signing.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, the beginning of it, the midfield balance looks a little bit off at the minute at Manchester United. And Mason's now picked up an injury, which is sad to see. But he needs to find his feet. Erik ten Hag really wanted him. And has got big plans to transform that Manchester United midfield with him. And Rasmus Højlund, who is actually injured at the minute, he's got a bit of a back problem. But the young 20-year-old from Atalanta coming in for big money, 64 million in, and then going up to 72 potentially with add-ons. Hopefully solves Manchester United's striking options at number 9, because it has been a tough ask for number 9s at Manchester United. Martial hasn't really worked out. We've been through Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We've had Falcao. We've had Romelu Lukaku. We've had Wout Weghorst. Yeah. There's been a lot. So hopefully this is now a project striker that Ten Hag can get his teeth into, and are spending there £179.2 million.
The big question, though, is who is better set for the season ahead? Do get involved with us at home. Do #transfer talk. Let us know what you think. Is it Manchester United? Is it Liverpool? Flex, I'll hand over to you. I'll be a lady. You go first. Who do you think is better set for the season ahead?
It's difficult. I think if our signings work out, which is a question mark for all of us, I think I'm going to say us, because we've addressed the 3
Shocking
biggest...
news.
We've addressed
news.
The 3 biggest positions on the pitch that we had to get: goalkeeper, striker and central midfield. So I'm going to stick with Manchester United, yeah.
Question for you, though. In the early start of the season, things have looked a little bit shaky. Do you think that is more down to the players not mixing the style that Ten Hag wants, or just a little bit of adaptation?
A little bit of an identity crisis, to be honest with you. What type of style do we want to play? We're now lacking physicality in midfield and gone for a more technical approach. And Ten Hag's kind of found the balance of that to be a little bit off, and we've been widely exposed with Casemiro almost being hung out to dry. So, yeah, Ten Hag's got a lot to do, but 2 games in and we're 3 points better off than we were this time last season.
Well, that's a positive to take from it. I do think Liverpool now are well set for the season ahead. I know there has been question marks over the midfield rebuild, the fact that they let Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain all go in the same transfer window. They left themselves with a lot of work to do. The 3 signings they've brought in so far do seem really smart to me. As I talked through them all, I think they all provide different attributes, different qualities, a nice balance now to that midfield. But I do know that Liverpool fans will be looking at this and watching on and thinking that we probably do still need another midfielder and also a defender now. I think if you look at that back line, if one of Virgil van Dijk or Robertson does get injured, it is that kind of defensive reinforcements that they're looking for. But the early signs of the season have looked good, absolutely stacked in that forward line. The talent they have, Salah, Gakpo, Nunes, Diaz, I could go on. So I do feel like Liverpool are ready again, have that mentality to compete at the top of the table. There is one player, though, of course, that's been linked with both clubs, and that's Amrabat. What do you think? Who do you think needs him more at this stage in the season?
I'm going to say Manchester United. You like you just said, you're set. You don't need anything else, you know.
I didn't say that. I said we needed 2 more players.
You're set. You know, you guys do really well. But I think for Manchester United, I'm looking at a lack of physicality, like I just touched on. I think Amrabat will tick all of those boxes. He can come deep and start play. He can collect the ball off the back 4. He's quite comfortable to do that. He's good in physical duels. We saw that for Morocco in the World Cup as well. And Ten Hag knows him. You know, he gave him 50-odd appearances at Utrecht. You know, got him 10 goals. An assist as well, hasn't done it since in his career. We can offer him Champions League football as well. So it'll be a fantastic move for Sofyan Amrabat to be reunited with somebody he very much respects.
You had to get that in there, didn't you? You had to get that in there. No,
I'm just stating the facts.
To be fair, now that Liverpool have brought Endo in, I don't think it is that defensive midfield specialist they'll be looking to target. I think they'll look for someone that's a bit more of an all-rounder, maybe a bit more attacking as well, alongside those defensive reinforcements. Should we take it back to the desk, ask the guys what they think?
Which club should he go to?
OK, so no surprise, you went for Manchester United, you went for Liverpool, so we need Dan's opinion here.
Yeah,
who had the most convincing argument? They both believe their club's
Dan,
set.
watch what you say.
I will say, I think Flex won the battle. We'll see who wins the war.
Wow. Okay. We'll see who wins the war after 38 games, yeah?
Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel to not miss anything. Leave your like and your comment, that is very important for the channel growth. Until the next video.